stand before you once again. It breaks my heart to see all the bullying that's going on. You judge me, but you know nothing about me. Tonight I'm going to tell you all everything. Every dirty, nasty little secret. Everything. See, a long time ago, my mother was pregnant, of course. Well, when she was pregnant with me, they were giving her Valium and telling her that was okay. Of course, back then, they could cover it up. Of course, I was born, and I was given a certain vaccine. Same vaccines that your children are taking right now. I had seizures all the time when I was a child. There was even a time when my father had to give me CPR all the way to the hospital when I was a baby. Passed out. Exhaustion. My whole life, my mind was destroyed by these evil men and women. The first mental hospital I went into, I was 9 years old. They drugged me. I don't know what they did to me, but I don't remember anything about being in there. All I know is that before that, I was in Panama. My father was in the Panama War. We lived on base. And I was probably about 3.5 years old when we had a project in school, popcorn seeds, and a girl stuck a popcorn seed in my left ear. And of course my father and his friend tried to remove it by themselves. When he came back, I ended up having to go into surgery. And I came out a very different child. It's like years of my life just disappeared. All of a sudden I was in 2nd grade when I came back to the States. I changed. Became violent. My moods would change all the time. I was experiencing things that no child should experience. I'm not the only one this has happened to, believe me. But I started taking medication when I was 9 years old. And I come to find out after I graduated high school, that's when they came out and actually said that Prozac or any other antidepressant, antipsychotic, mood stabilizer was supposed to not be taken by anyone after the age of 18, or before the age of 18. My mind was destroyed. My innocence was taken. They had me on medication my whole life. They induced paranoia when I see the doctor, fear, anger. Then, over a slow process over the years, I was in and out of these places. People, these places are not good for anyone. They are the worst of sorts. They experiment on you with psychological warfare and many other things. When you're in these places, they see what makes you tick. They test drugs on you that are they keep it cold, freezing cold in the place. They don't let you get sun. Just then some where you get no exercise. You're drugged and kept in a very small captivity with clocks everywhere to drive you crazy and nothing to do. Now, I've been in a lot of these places, and a lot of the times it was against my will. There was even a time where I was being kidnapped, actually drugged, at a hospital. They did that once in Kansas at the Mercy Hospital in Manhattan, Kansas. I went in there for physical pain, and they threatened me. They said I could either go with the police or I could go to the state ward, and I was scared, so I took that one. All of a sudden, these two men walked up to me and gave me pills. Dragon's breath. It wipes your memory. All of a sudden, I ended up in the back of the car. I remember waking up in the back of the car for a split second and then passing back out. Now, I don't know what happened that night, but all I know is they tortured me in that place just like they did every other place. And I'm not the only one this has happened to. Did you know that the last state ward, or asylum, was closed down in 1994, and it was here in our United States, and it was deemed to be the same equal as a concentration camp in 1945. If you don't believe me, look it up. Now, thousands of people died there. Experiments were on, they experimented on them, did terrible things. They've done some of these things to me. Now, you can believe me or not, I'm tired of all this hate. Right now, I have my neighbors call me Satan every day, and they're even teaching their children to say this. Why? Because I'm fighting for them. And all of you, I'm risking everything. I risked everything, especially in the last 2 years. I risked everything. My life, my mind, my love, my friendships. Everything was taken away from me. And you want me to sit here and be grateful? Now, many of these people did not survive. They could not take the damage to their brain of all these drugs over the years that they've done to them. A lot of them end up taking their lives, which I have myself. I've tried at least 9 times, and I'm sure a lot of you out there that are watching this wish that I was dead, and that's fine. But you know what? That same hospital I went to when I tried once put me in a room by myself and gave me a small cup with charcoal in it, and I couldn't even sign my own name on a computer, and they left me there in that room to die. So you don't sit there and judge me. You want to see hell? You've been through what I through? Have you been through what I've been through? Have you been through what the same people like me? Have you been what they've been through? Don't sit there and judge me. You have no right to judge me. You don't know anything about me. You don't know anything that I've been through, so don't do it anymore. I'm tired of this bullying crap. I'm tired of all your hate. I'm tired of it. It's ridiculous. You know how many times they've tried to kill me? Yes, kill me. You know how many times? Because I spread the truth and I kept pushing forward because I believed in God and I believe in Jesus. So I'm not the Antichrist and I'm not Satan or anything else that you people can come up with. I'm simply fighting for people that have been persecuted for the last God knows how many years. So don't give me your fake sympathy. I don't want it anymore. To those that I love, you know who you are. I never once judged any of you. And I love you with all my heart, more than you could even imagine. Because of you, I kept going. Yeah. They tried killing me once I got a car, right? MR2 Spider, 2001. I got pulled over by a cop that was hiding, illegally, and gave me a speeding ticket. Well, I kept pressing forward during this crappy journey that I've been going through, and then they rigged the car to where to explode. So I was driving down the road one day, near my father's place, in Florida, when the car caught fire in the back. Luckily, the clutch went out, and I got out of the car and I saw the back of the exhaust on fire. The whole thing exploded over a period of time. Now, can you imagine, okay, if you know anything about mechanics, a mid-rear engine, the gas tank is right underneath the engine and it's right next to the exhaust. That is a bad combination when there's a fire. Now, that's only the first time. They've tried it many other times. They've tried to frame me for murder, drug dealing, every kind of crime you can even think of. Now my mind is totally gone. I've had police come up behind me and flash their sirens, speeding, hauling ass like they're coming after me, and then just go right on by like nothing had happened, smiling and grinning at me as they enjoy punishing and giving hate and bullying a person that's done nothing wrong. I never lived a lie, and I have never taken a life. Hallelujah. So you can judge me all you want. I'm not judging any of you. I'm just tired of this. This whole place has turned into a mad world around me. People being cutthroat, while the good ones sit in silence and have to watch this abuse being done to a man that was arrested as a child and then detested as a man. You have no fucking right to judge me. You have no fucking clue of what I've been through. And you have no clue about the people that I have lost in the last fucking year. So don't sit there and judge me anymore. I'm tired of your shit. Tired of all of it. Judging me and fucking screwing with me online. When I go out in public, I'm constantly screwed with. Do you even care? Do you want this to happen to your children? Oh God, it's disgusting to see what people will do with such a little bit of power. I am the Truman Show, people. My whole life is exposed to everyone. Do you know what it's like to go to sleep and think that you won't wake up the next day, that someone might come into your house and pull the fucking trigger? Do you know what that feels like? Not yet.